Alright, so I'm going to review Spider-Man Deadpool's first volume, Isn't It Bromantic? Now, for those who are unaware of what Spider-Man Deadpool is about, it's pretty much an ongoing series, at least I think it's an ongoing series. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an ongoing series, where Spider-Man and Deadpool go and have adventures. And, yeah, at first I was like, really? We're just going to have another Deadpool book and we're going to throw Spider-Man into it? Here's the thing, I haven't cared about Peter Parker ever since, the Dan Slott stuff, and it's not because I hate Dan. I don't hate a lot of the Dan Slott run, it's just that a lot of the choices made since One More Day have just been kind of meh. And, although I will admit Spider Island is still pretty cool, and there have been some cool things here and there, but on a whole it's never made me go, oh yeah, Spider-Man, until now. Wow. I remembered that Joe Kelly, most of you guys know that Joe Kelly was one of the major writers behind Deadpool's first ongoing. In fact, he was the guy who started this. He's a very great writer. He's great at comedy and drama. I think he's a very underrated writer, because everyone just remembers him for Deadpool, but no, he's actually pretty good at mixing comedy and drama. He was the writer who gave Deadpool pretty much his voice, and a lot of the stuff you saw in the Deadpool film came from the Joe Kelly run. And I was like, yeah, okay, and he's writing Spider-Man alongside, Deadpool? Okay. So the story is that Spider-Man and Deadpool are forced to team up. It starts out a little slow. This is a big 8-part story. But the thing is that this story mostly focuses on Deadpool, who is trying to be a hero, which, yeah, they're doing that again. Here's the thing. Every Deadpool run goes with him trying to be made a hero. He's trying to be a hero, and then it just forgets that and just reboots the whole thing over again for each storyline. That's how it's kind of... Well, I will say that the Gary Duggan... the Gary Duggan series didn't do that, apparently. It went into totally different routes and kind of went homage to the Joe Kelly route. But yeah, this kind of follows the same thing of Deadpool's not trying to be a bad guy anymore. Like, we haven't seen that! Yeah. I will say that there are some great moments in here, and there's actually some great comedy between Spider-Man and Deadpool, because you literally have the two funniest characters in the Marvel Universe working in, it's very much, this series is very much like a super-powered version of, Rush Hour or 48 Hours, or, or, your typical cop, buddy cop movie. It's very much a super-powered buddy cop movie, really. Actually, the best way to look at this is Starsky and Hutch. That might actually be the best. It's super-powered Starsky and Hutch. Anyway, so the story is that Deadpool has been hired by a contract by a villain named Patient Zero to basically kill Peter Parker. However, at the same time, Deadpool's also trying to be friends with Spider-Man. Yeah, so this is a very cool story because we get to see Deadpool at his weakest and still have a lot of fun. I mean, this does actually feel sometimes a lot like a classic Marvel team-up comic. This does feel a lot like a Marvel team-up comic where you see the characters, interact, and Spider-Man is just like, I really just do not care about Deadpool at all. I know he's killed a lot of people. But yeah. Now, for those who are unaware what's going on with Deadpool right now, he's married to a demon called Shikla, and has a daughter that even he didn't know about. So Deadpool is not only he has a place in hell now. He now has a place in hell. He also has his own daughter that he keeps hidden from everybody else. In fact, Spider-Man is one of the first people he's told her about. So I thought that was pretty cool. I really do enjoy that. They're very much like in Joe Kelly's early work in Deadpool, is that it's a dark comedy. It's a very dark comedy type story, really. It's a lot of fun, and there are some really deep moments. I would have to say that one of my favorite moments in this comic book is towards the end, where, yeah, Deadpool does actually kill Peter Parker. He just caps him right there, but he realizes, wait, what's going on? He's not in hell. He's supposed to, my contact said that he was a really terrible guy. So he discovers that, oh, Peter's in limbo, and I gotta go save him. So from there, both Peter and Wade discover something very interesting about themselves. For Wade, he has to make a deal to save Peter Parker's life. Keep in mind, he still doesn't know that he's Spider-Man. He has to keep he has to make a deal with Death, aka his ex-girlfriend. That doesn't go over well with his wife, with his demon wife. And also, also with Peter, someone, and I actually was like, oh my god, someone actually did this. Thank you. In Limbo, when Wade and Peter are separated, Peter actually encounters the voice of Mephisto. That's right. Mephisto finally shows up, and he tells Peter Parker a secret. He tells him a very dark secret, and I'll get to that in a moment. But I was like, oh, finally. Because here's the thing. After One More Day, no one ever talked about the ramifications of Peter Parker, making a deal with the devil in one of the most bullshit stories ever. Not just in Spider-Man, but comics in general. Like, one of those bullshit stories in comics in general. And now, thank you, Joe Kelly, for finally actually saying, hey, this was a bad idea. Peter, you made a deal with the devil, quintessentially, so guess what? You're in trouble. This is going to come back for you. But yeah, we still don't know what the deal is that Wade made with Death to bring back Peter Parker, but it didn't really sit well with his wife. That much is known. But yeah, the secret that Mephisto talks about is that Peter Parker will never be happy, no matter what happens. He will never ever be happy in his life. And I was like, yeah. That makes sense, You took away the one, you basically sold off the one piece of happiness you ever had, so it makes sense that your end of the deal is, basically, you never be happy at all. And that's Peter Parker in general, is that you'll never be happy. Right up there with the Hulk and everyone else who wants to be who wants to be emo about it. But yeah. So, I thought I was going to go into this comic going, man, I'm not going to like this at all, to, oh my god, this is one of the best Spider-Man and Deadpool things ever. Yeah, this is one of the best Spider-Man and Deadpool things I've read in a long time. So, yeah, if you really enjoy Spider-Man and Deadpool, I would say check it out. This is part of the all-new, all-different Marvel Universe, and there are some, this is more humor, but there is some dark, it's dark humor sometimes. And it does get very serious. Again, like I said, Joe Kelly knows how to balance humor with drama. And there are some cool guest stars like Miles Morales and Jane Foster Thor. There's also, Hydro Man, Dormammu, all these different array of villains that show up. Again, it does feel like a updated version of the classic Marvel team-up comics. But now it's just these two kind of putzing around. So, yeah. If you enjoy, like I said, if you enjoy Spider-Man and Deadpool, and you actually want someone to acknowledge, hey, you made a deal with the devil of the Marvel Universe, that's a bad idea, Pete. Someone actually bringing that up and showing that that's, a horrible idea that someone made, I'd say check this book out. Anyway, so if you've read Spider-Man Deadpool, just comment below, let me know what you guys think of it, and once again, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.